Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Ramon. First time you are stopping by, I'm Nigeria designer based in Lagos, Nigeria, and today we are showing the pattern that I've already drafted in my previous video. So I'm going to leave the link in my description, but if you're interested, you just went ahead and watch the video. So we are making a blouse with a princess dart. We also have a round cape, and we also have a flace sleeve. So if you're interested in the video, you keep on watching. So guys, this is the pattern we are working with, and we are using a color to make it. I went ahead, I cut my color fabric with interlining. I also use a interfixing for the lining. So I'm going to keep the back inside and start with the front first. So I'm just separating the lining from the main fabric. So I will start with the Ankara first. So I will start pinning it from the down, not from the armhole. If you did that, you really made a mistake because it's going to affect your bust area and we don't want that. So I went ahead, I pin it from the down to the armhole. I also did it to the second side. So after I pin it finish, I will take it to the machine to go and sew it together. So after I sew it finish, I'm going to notch it and also give it a good press iron. So after I iron it, this is what we're having now. As you can see, the effect of the present that is there. So the next thing to do now is to go and join the lining together. So after I join it, this is what I'm having. So I will use the lining to go and turn in the neckline, also the side and the down parts. The only place that I'm not turning in is the armhole. So I will use my pen to pin it together now before I took it to the machine to go and sew it. So after I sew it together and I use the hammer to turn it outside, this is what I'm having right now. So the next thing to do now is the back. So I will take it to the machine now to go and put the dart at the back. I'll put it at the main fabric and also the lining. So after I done that, this is what I'm having. I also give it a good press iron to make the stitches neat there. So after I'm done that, I will place the lining, and I'm going to use it to turn everything inside except the armhole, because that's the place I'm going to use it to turn it outside. So I will use my pin to secure it together before I took it to the machine to go and sew it. So after I turn everything outside, this is what I'm having right now. So the next thing to do now is to turn in our shoulder. So what I have to do now is to make sure that the right side of the back and the right side of the front is facing each other. I'm going to put the back in between the fabric and the lining, as you see me doing so. So I will pin it and go and stitch it. I also do the second side. So after joining finning, I'm going to trim out the excess there because we don't want any bulk there and to make it well relaxed. So I'm going to trim it out. After trimming out, I'm going to turn everything in, as you can see me doing so. So after turning it in, this is how it's looking. So what remains now is to cut the sleeve. I already have the pattern down, so I'm going to measure for the cap edge of the sleeve by 10 inches. So I'm going to cut it out. Remaining one I will use it to cut the flea later. So after cutting out the paper, I went ahead, I cut it on the fabric and also added my sewing allowance to it. All the normal ways I used to join my sleeve if I wanted to make it close, and because of this tutorial and design that I'm making, that's the reason why I'm joining the sleeve like this, to make it more easier. So that's the reason why I'm doing that. In normal days, if I wanted to join the sleeve to the fabric, I first of all join the side before I fix the sleeve. I hope you guys understand me. So I went ahead, I pinned the sleeve to the armhole as you see me doing so. So after pinning it together, I also pinned the other side and I took it to the machine to go and sew it together. So after I sewn it together, this how this sleeve is looking after I sew it to the armhole. So the next thing that I did is to use the pin to secure the back first before I fix this shape there. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to measure where my cape is going to be. So I went ahead from my shoulder, I come down by 7 inches. I will roll it out. And also for the back, I also come down from the shoulder. I come down by 7 inches also there. So for my sleeve edge, I will also come down by 5 inches. I will just roll it out to connect it to the 7 inches that I dropped from the shoulder, at the back also from the front. Now that I've ruled out when my cape is going to be, I will take my tape measurement to measure it all the way around from the back to the other back. So after I roll it out, I will know what measurement to use to cut out the blade that's going to be there. So I have 59 there, as you can see, plus zip allowance. I have 59 there. So guys, I went ahead, I cut 38 length of the Ankara and I'm going to fold it into 2 equal parts. So after I folded it into 2 equal parts, I'm going to refold it again. So after I done that, I'm going to measure the length from the down. I'm using 10 inches, so I'm going to measure my 10 inches. So from the tip of my Ankara, I'm going to measure the remaining one, which I have 9 inches there. So it's that 9 inches I'm going to mark all the way around. So I'm going to connect the lines together. So after I've done that, I'm going to measure what I have here, there, if it's enough for the cape. So after I'm okay with what I have there, I'm going to now measure the length and mark it all the way around. So I'm marking 10 inches now all the way around. Don't forget that we folded the fabric into 4. So whatever you get, you are going to times this by 4. So if you are okay, if the what you have there is okay with the measurement that you needed, and if it remain and not that much, at least it's okay, you can trim it out. So after that, went ahead, I cut out the excess out. So after cutting it out, this is what I'm having. So I'm going to open one side out, and that is going to be my center back. So the next thing to do now is to go and pin it to the male bodies. So I'm going to pin it upside down, and the right side facing the right side, and it's going to be upside down. So after I pin it, I'm going to take it to the machine to go and join. As you can see there, it remain. So I'm going to cut it out. So I will take the machine now to go and sew it. So after I sew it finished, this is what it's looking like. So after I flipped it down, this is what we're having. So the next thing to do now is to join the side, and went ahead, I pin it from the sleeve down. So I'll take it to the machine now to go and join the side. So after I join the side, I'm going to measure the remaining sleeve that remain after we cut the sleeve out. So I have 14 inches remaining from the sleeve. So I'm going to fold the fabric into 4 the way we did it when we wanted to cut the cape. So I'm using 15 inches because of the sewing allowance there. So I went ahead, I folded the fabric into 4. What I have there is not okay, so I'm going to remeasure it again. So I measure 15 inches from the down. So remaining one, I measure it, and I'm going to roll it all the way around. So my 15 inches, I'm also going to roll it out and connect the point together. So after I did that, I'm going to cut it out. So after I cut it out, and because we cut the both sleeves together, I'm going to separate it now. And see, because we folded it into 4, so I'm going to separate it now to have it separate on both sides. So I'm going to measure my round sleeve there and my mark it. So after I mark it finish, I'm going to take it to the machine to go and join the sides together. After I join it, I will also join it to the sleeve. So after I did that, this is what I'm having right now. I also went ahead, I fixed my sleeve. And I always get to take note that when you are fixing the sleeve, make sure the cape is equal at the up and also the down. So guys, this will be the end of today's tutorial. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, give my video a thumbs up, also ring your notification bell so if I post any video you'll be notified. See you guys in my next video. Bye.